DMCC, the Dubai Multi-Commodities Centre, clearly believes in the future of AI because they've just opened a brand new artificial intelligence centre. They want to attract top companies and top AI talent into the Emirate. Producer Mohammed Salman was down there as they inaugurated the centre yesterday, and he sat down with Ahmed Bin Sulayem, the executive chairman and the CEO of DMCC, asking him why now for an AI hub.
It's more than just the future. We've heard this about Bitcoin, crypto, and all that, and we're seeing elements of it becoming a reality. It's not 100% mainstream. It didn't replace gold. Will it replace gold? Doubtful in the next 10 years, especially if the gold industry adds tokenized gold and makes it more fluid to counter or at least match what Bitcoin is doing. But for AI, it's part of everyone's life. It's going to be part of everyone's life. It would take a lot of headache within farming. If you look at the University of Miami, for example, I don't know if they've done it already or not, but they were researching growing coffee in Florida and using AI to, I guess, has to do with watering or something. San Diego has 2 coffee farms, Bird Rock Coffee and French Coffee in San Diego. So these things are happening now. For the University of Miami, they're studying it and using AI to come to that conclusion or run their farms. This will have to be utilized when you look at the energy sector, the diamond sector, saving time, saving resources, focusing on your main business is key. So one part, yes, we're looking to attract businesses, encourage entrepreneurship, encourage business setup, which is something we do really well. We have a tea center and a coffee center that provides storage, roasting, packaging, just so the businesses that can't afford to rent the warehouse, build it, and buy the machines can save their money and focus on that. With the AI Center, I really anticipate DMCC will open the doors for a lot of new entrepreneurs. And if tomorrow they make enough money and grow out of it, that's what we have with the Coffee and Tea Center at least, I'm happy. We look at the next wave of entrepreneurs or graduates or whatever. But I would love for a hub of AI to be within DMCC. Now, when we announced the AI Center as a teaser and all that, it might have surprised a few folks, but I was so happy to see within a few months or a year after that Dubai has a mandate for every key organization to have an AI executive. Well, I'd prefer to already have a DMCC AI Center before having a right person within that. But we're not only having an AI executive. We're looking at the industry. And today we had one of our members that's been with us for about 5 years now, before AI was even a subject around the world. So we're at a good pace. We're not racing to reach any specific target. We'd like this to be as organic as possible and supportive. And you would likely see DMCC representation in key AI events and here and there.
What kinds of businesses, what kinds of companies, what kinds of individuals are you trying to attract, or do you want to attract to this AI center here?
I'm looking at the world. I'm not looking at what makes the news in the Western market. I'm not looking at one AI company and one group. I'm a big fan of diversifying the options. I do use Linux for gaming, I have to admit, on my Steam Deck. But I like the story behind it. It's just an exciting time. So it's not really to be in line with anything right now. It's just I feel it's a good place. It took people by surprise when they heard about our signing with CV Labs and we're doing a crypto center and all that. But look at where DMCC today is. Over 700 companies in crypto and blockchain, and between 60 and 70% representation of the GCC market. There's an ingredient, there's a recipe that's working in DMCC, and I thought it's only fair for us to try and apply it on an AI center and see where that goes. I can tell you right now, we didn't have 3-4 consultants telling us if this is a good idea, if it's the right timing. Sometimes you just have to work. And with all due respect to what the consultants advise, I saw CBRE, JLL, and others 5-7 years ago saying there are too many commercial space in Dubai, too many offices, asking, and it's in the news, printed, telling developers focus on everything else but offices. Same folks, sometime last year, said there's not enough office space in Dubai for the business demands today, and the upcoming office space is not enough for what's coming. It doesn't affect me personally. We are building 2 more buildings next to the Uptown Tower, G+17, G+22, and it does make the demand and the push for Burj 2020 more feasible today. So in some ways I have to thank them. But the point I'm trying to make is they got it wrong, and maybe they should apply more of AI and technology to have more better predictions. And I always joke about this. I say if they really knew what the market is, they'd make money out of it. But they don't. It's just an opinion, I guess.
You've got 25,000 companies here in the DMCC. How are you going to help them leverage AI for their operations? I can't force them. There's a jeweler that I visited October, I think, or last year during the Web Summit in Lisbon. I know I'm going to destroy the name, Rosior, from Portugal, Lisbon. And on his LinkedIn page, there's an interview, I think, with New York Times, if not Forbes. I'm going to double check. But they make a point that they don't use technology. They use real handcraft, real designers, etc. This will change in the near future. But I can't force someone like that to use technology and all that, and they have their reason. But when it comes to saving space, saving time, yes, and maybe it's going to solve the traffic issues as well. I mean, there's a lot more to look into. It doesn't mean that these priorities and tasks were not available before. It's just the time it takes to get to that conclusion lowers the priority. But if you can find out this information, then you make more informed decisions. Just for that, having access to AI is important. Now, above and beyond, that depends on the business sector. Finally, Ahmed, the fear that everyone has is jobs. AI is going to take my job, it's going to take your job, it's going to take over the world. What do you say to people who are scared about the role that AI is going to have in terms of employment? Let's play that scenario. Imagine you go into a city where everything is AI. You might not be comfortable to be there because there's no human interaction. It will take time. It will take time for some of that Star Trek type of world to pop up. But I think it just raises the quality of life. I think it won't replace the jobs that will be lost to people who know how to use AI. So I think for countries that have very strict labor laws to protect and continue keeping jobs, they need to invest on educating and providing the tools for their community. I mean, in Africa, some have taken that approach. Some, are tied up to elections and all that. But in the end of the day, the world is not standing around for anyone. This is a big advantage. For us, it's a big plus. Getting resources is difficult. Getting a lot of employment is not going to be that easy for Dubai. Not the same story for India. Not the same story for China. And I guess Taiwan. But it's more, the positives out of it really outweigh whatever perceived negative would come out of it. I mean, nobody is arguing for bringing back the physical mailing today because, the mailman is out of the job. Nobody misses that. And you're going to see that in the medium term at least.
That was Ahmed Bin Sulayem, Executive Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the DMCC. If you've been watching on television, you will see that during that interview, he was putting together a mocha pot of coffee, and he actually had what looked like a small gas burner in front of him. I really hope he went on to make Mohammed a cup after that.
Definitely. Is Mo a coffee drinker? I can't remember. Must be.
It's certainly the best props we've ever had in an interview, is it not?
This is the Bite Size Business Breakfast, exclusively on DubaiEye1038.com.